This is a letter from the wife of Alaa Ahmad, a prisoner who has been for more than 200 days on hunger strike. In the name of Allah, the merciful, blessings and peace upon the Prophet Muhammad and his family and his companions. My name is Montaha Kassim, the wife of the Jordanian prisoner, Alaa Ahmad. I appeal to you, O free people of the world, to have the issue of prisoners as top priority, like any other human rights cases. Palestinian political prisoners are oppressed and their rights are neglected by governments, politicians and the media, whose role should be safeguarding the prisoners and their families' rights. Alaa hunger strike, his empty stomach was the only weapon left to him in an unfair battle for his rights. Rights that were neglected by the absence of the Jordanian government that has 26 citizens inside Israeli jail and 27 other citizens missing in Israel. All deprived from the simplest rights, including family visits and telephone calls, or supplying some basic needs like clothes for them. Such neglect leads the captive prisoners to fight their last battles and go on an open hunger strike to get the most basic rights in living, a life that has already experiencing all kinds of humiliation and deprivation behind bars. Alaa Ahmad has been on hunger strike since the 2nd of May 2013. He was sentenced for 12 years. 7 of them had already passed. A father for 6 children, he has never laid eyes on them since he was arrested. He had no communication with him other than letters through the post. 207 days of pride and dignity, while the Jordanian government was standing still, doing nothing. 207 days, and the Jordanian embassy in Tel Aviv visited Alaa only once after 40 days of hunger strike. We come to believe that Jordan is providing a helping hand for the Zionist entity, which is exercising all means of pressure over Alaa, starting by continuous chaining to bed, exposing to cold air conditions overnight, and after 7 o'clock, he is forbidden from entering the bathroom unless an official permission from the prison administration is issued. The lawyer from the prisoners club visiting Alaa reported that his health is in continuous deterioration. He is suffering from severe weakness and weight loss. As a result, for his experience chronic headache and joints pain, he lost mobility and ability to see over 2 meters distance. I am the wife of captive Alaa Ahmad. I hereby hold the human rights organizations, the government of Jordan, and the Arab world's deadly silence, abandonment, and conspiracy with the Israeli entity against Alaa. I hold them responsible for the life and fate of my beloved husband. I call upon the media, and BBC among them, to active the issue of prisoners in all innovative ways and to work actively to support and publish his case. This message is also sent to the BBC, which has a clear impact in highlighting the case of the sons of Zionists and introduces them to the world as victims. BBC show us the other side of this story, the suffering of the Palestinians. You can give me a message, I can see it.
People, and this is our time. Stand up, sing out for Palestine.
No matter your faith or community, this is a crime against humanity. Gaza turned into a prison camp, apartheid won't fight the West Bank.
We are the people, and this is our time. Stand up, sing out for Palestine.
We'll break down the wall, freedom for Palestine. Demand justice for all, freedom for Palestine. People running for cover, not knowing whether they're dead or alive. They came with their tanks and their planes, with ravaging fiery flames, and nothing remains, just a voice rising up in the smoky haze. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in Gaza tonight. Women and children alike, murdered and massacred night after night, while the so-called leaders of countries afar debated on who's wrong and right. But the powerless words were in vain, and the bombs fell down like acid rain. But through the tears and the blood and the pain, you can still hear that voice through the smoky haze. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in Gaza tonight. Women and children alike, murdered and massacred night after night, while the so-called leaders of countries afar debated on who's wrong or right. But their powerless words were in vain, and the bombs fell down like acid rain. Through the tears and the blood and the pain, you can still hear that voice through the smoky haze. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not closer tonight. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And we'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. One day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we'll work hand in hand one day. And we'll break down the prison walls. We will tear down those prison walls. Together we will tear down the prison walls on that day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we will tear down all those prison walls on that day.
BBC, break the silence. Show us the other side of the story, the suffering of the Palestinians. BBC, break the silence. Show us the other side of the story, the suffering of the Palestinians. BBC, break the silence. Show us the other side of the story, the suffering of the Palestinians. We want justice, no more lies, no more distorting the truth.
Why not? Yeah, why have they got that siege? Because they're launching a missile. No genocide. No, genocide. Get it done. We're genocide.
The other side of the story, the suffering of the Palestinians. No more twisting the truth. We want transparency and justice. BBC, break the silence. Show us the other side of the story, the suffering of the Palestinians. 200 days on hunger strike, an innocent man in the jails of Israel, and BBC never mention it. Shame on you, BBC. Break the silence, BBC. Show us the other side of the story, of the suffering of the Palestinians. 200 days on hunger strike of an innocent man in the jails of Israel, and BBC never mention it. BBC, break the silence. Show us the other side of the story, the suffering and the justice to the Palestinians.